Can you take gluten-free measure for measure flour and use it in your grandmother's old cookie recipe? The answer isn't as easy as you might think. Hi, my name is Alicia Falcorton from Simply Gluten-Free Kitchen, your kitchen bestie, helping you make gluten-free baking fun and easy. And if you have ever been super frustrated trying to make your favorite baking recipes gluten-free, don't worry, I've got you. Why gluten-free swaps just don't work. A simple one-for-one swap sounds easy and amazing, right? But here's the problem. Gluten gives baked goods structure, elasticity, and the chew. Without it, everything completely changes. And that's why we replace regular flour with different blends versus just like an almond or coconut flour, okay? There's common mistakes that we all make when we're trying to adapt our old family and grandma's recipes. And one of the first ones is we try to use almond flour. That's way too heavy. Coconut flour, way too absorbent. Rice flour, too gritty and loves to absorb a ton of liquid. And we just flat out don't have the structure from the gluten, so nothing binds together and it all crumbles apart. Now, I'm not saying that there isn't a time or a place that you can't just use an almond flour or coconut flour, but when we're talking gluten-free baked goods, blends are the better choice. I'm sorry to say it. If someone tells you any different, they're lying, okay? You need a blend to make the baked goods at least look similar and definitely taste similar to their gluten counterparts. So you might be thinking, okay, Alicia, then if they're lying, what actually does work? We have to talk about the gluten-free flour blends. That is my first tip. Get a good flour blend that is the starches, the proteins, the xanthan gum, psyllium husk, they put it all together for you so there's no guesswork and you can just use it with the recipes that call for a measure for measure or a one for one flour. That way you don't have to try to become a recipe creator, which I don't even want to be one of those, and you can just use the recipes that were created for those. Tip number 2, you just can't use grandma's old cookie recipe anymore. I know that's not what you wanted to hear. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. I have all of my old family recipes still up in my cabinet. Someday I will pass them down to a non-celiac, gluten-free member of my family, but I just can't use them, and you can't use yours either. They just weren't made for gluten-free, and they're not going to turn out the same. So don't waste the flour, don't waste the money and the time and the ingredients. Just find the recipes that some amazing recipe creator already put the hard work and dedication in. Use theirs, and I'm telling you, it'll be worth it. They'll taste amazing, and it'll be much more worth your time. Now, even though I probably just broke your heart a little bit with the whole grandma's cookie recipe thing, I really am sorry, I really am. If you do want more tips and ideas for beginner gluten-free baking, definitely comment guide, okay? I have a complete beginner's guide to gluten-free baking that I would love to give you completely for free. Just comment guide. It has all of my tips with gluten-free flours, a few of my favorite recipes that I like to use, and other little tips and tricks that I've learned over the last almost decade that I have been gluten-free with celiac. So I want to share all that information with you. Just comment guide and I'll make sure to send that over to you. Going gluten-free is definitely a journey, and it is hard and challenging. And then you add the baked goods on top of it. You walk into the store, everything is super expensive and it tastes like cardboard. And that's why you're here. You want to learn how to bake gluten-free. And I'm going to take you through this journey so you don't have to be as frustrated as I was, and you don't have to completely give up for years. That's right, I gave up for years. I did not have the resources or the knowledge or someone to guide me like you do. So your journey doesn't have to be as hard and it's going to be great. And I promise every single great gluten-free baker started exactly where you are right at this moment. So if you got anything from this video at all, I would absolutely love it if you liked and subscribed. And I have a lot of really great beginner recipes coming up soon. Make sure to check out the playlist right here for all of my best beginner gluten-free videos. And I'll see you next time.